Have you heard about the African river that have ears? Gather close, my children, draw nearer to the fire, and listen. For tonight, I shall tell you the story of a river that had ears, and a spirit that never forgets. Long ago, in the heart of the Oduwa Valley, a land where truth was sacred and lies were like stones thrown into still water. They always caused ripples that returned to the thrower. The village of Agionilu lay beside a mighty river called Omiotito, meaning the water of truth. Its surface shimmered under the sun by day and whispered under the moon by night. Elders said it was no ordinary river. It was alive, bound by ancient spirits that punished deceivers and rewarded honesty. Children grew up hearing the warning. Omiotito hears all, and what you hide in words, the river will reveal. In that village lived a young man named Teo, son of Mama Ereti, the village weaver. Teo was handsome and clever, but his tongue was too quick, for truth and falsehood often danced together in his speech. He could charm anyone with his words, yet behind his smile lay the habit of twisting stories for his gain. His mother, a kind but stern woman, often warned him, "Teo, the mouth that lies builds a house on sand. When the rain falls, it will sink." But Teo would laugh, flash his white teeth, and say, "Ah, Mama, words are only wind. Once spoken, they fly away." As the moon grew full, the villagers prepared for the Festival of Waters, held once every season to honor Omiotito. It was a time of singing, dancing, and cleansing. The people brought calabashes of honey, yam, and palm wine to the riverbank, asking for blessings of fertility and peace. Elders chanted ancient verses, their voices deep and rhythmic. Omiotito, river of truth, flow pure, flow strong, wash away lies, and keep hearts clean as your waves. That year, the village was more alive than ever. Drums echoed through the valley, children laughed as they chased one another, and maidens adorned themselves with cowries and beads that shimmered under the afternoon sun. Among the maidens was Ebeni, the daughter of Chief Lajide, graceful as the egret, with eyes like the deep water. Many young men admired her, but she was drawn to truth and humility. Teo, however, desired her more than all. He saw her at the river, kneeling as she offered a calabash of honey to the water. His heart thumped like a talking drum, but Ebeni did not look his way. Instead, she smiled politely and turned back toward her friends. That night, Teo's pride burned within him. He could not bear that she saw him as just another boastful youth. And so, a seed of falsehood took root in his heart. The next morning, Teo walked into the village square, where people gathered to prepare for the final ceremony. With confidence like a rooster at dawn, he announced loudly, "People of Agionilu, last night, Ebeni came to me at the river. She confessed her love and asked me to take her as my bride after the harvest." The crowd gasped. Women whispered behind their palms, and young men scowled. "Is it true?" asked Elder Okonjo, stroking his gray beard. Teo nodded solemnly, pretending humility. "I did not wish to boast, but love cannot hide under a calabash forever." When the tale reached Chief Lajide, his face darkened. Ebeni, upon hearing it, wept in shame and anger. That evening, Ebeni went to her father's hut, tears streaking her cheeks. "Father," she sobbed, "I swear before the spirits, I never spoke such words." "Teo lies," Chief Lajide's voice thundered. "A lie about a chief's daughter is no small thing. He has stained our family's honor." He sent for Teo at once. Under the flickering torchlight, the young man stood before the chief and elders, his heart pounding, but his pride unbroken. "Teo," said the chief, his deep voice echoing, Did Ebony truly speak those words? Teo bowed slightly and said, "Yes, my chief." The moon was full, and she stood by the river. She told me she loved me. The elders exchanged troubled glances. To lie before them and before the river's spirit was to call upon a curse. Elder Okonjo rose, leaning on his carved staff. His eyes gleamed in the firelight. "Teo," he said slowly, "the river that hears truth also punishes lies. If your words are false, Omiotito will not rest." The villagers murmured a prayer under their breath. "Let the river judge," shouted a voice from the crowd. And so, the council decreed that Teo and Ebony must stand before the river the next dawn to speak their truth. That night, the moon rose like a pale witness in the sky. Teo lay awake, staring at the ceiling of his hut. The croak of frogs and the hiss of the river filled the night. For a moment, guilt crept into his chest, but pride pushed it away. "It's only a story," he whispered to himself. "No river punishes lies." Outside, a cold wind brushed through the trees, carrying faint whispers, voices too ancient to belong to the living. When the first cock crowed, the villagers gathered by the river bank. Mist curled over the surface like a living veil. Elders stood in a circle, and the air was thick with silence. Elder Okonjo stepped forward and struck the ground with his staff. "Before the spirit of Omiotito, let truth speak and lies be washed away." Ebony stepped forward first. Her voice trembled, but her gaze was clear. "I speak before my ancestors. I never confess love to Teo. I am pure of heart." Then it was Teo's turn. Sweat beaded his forehead. The river shimmered faintly as he spoke. "I swear, by all that I am, Ebony did confess love to me. For a heartbeat, the world was still." Then the river gave a soft hiss, like a snake awakening. The mist thickened, and a ripple passed across the water, a warning. That night, strange things began to happen. The air turned heavy, and the usual songs of the night faded. The river's flow slowed, darkening as though clouded by anger. Children claimed to hear voices calling their names from the water. Women fetching water at dusk saw glowing shapes beneath the surface, eyes watching, waiting. Elder Okonjo gathered the council and said, "The river has spoken. Someone has lied, and the spirit grows restless." If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please press that like button and subscribe now. This story will continue in part 2 about the river's warning, where the supernatural events intensify, the spirits manifest, the lie unravels, and Teo begins to face the wrath of Omiotito.